1 minute. I know, like time, I met a guy. Yeah, see? Really? I can't wait till we get like 75-year-old friends. It's gonna be interesting. Yeah, Taylor. Really? 10 seconds. That's time.
He's
I'm sure you can appreciate
While he's putting those in, we'll go ahead and flip the coin. You're 1-0. You're on 1. You're going to call. You call. You got it. So you're going to be starting us off. This is nightmare for colorblind moderator with those shades that all look the same to me.
So Kayla, Queen, Katie, right? And then Daryl last name. Dulcie, Baby, and Jessica, right? Just make sure. Kenyon. Like Martin.
Yep.
Who won the class?
Okay, there we go. We are go. We're not going to go through the script. Everybody's heard the script, so we're going to start. Kaylin's going to lead us off. Round 1, picking from. Let's pick popes. That's like a knife. Anatomical namesakes of lady legislators. Oh, before we get started, Kim, say that so I can hear.
Anatomical namesakes.
Okay, I'm gonna need to hear you. Air conditioner? Okay, Ron and I both need to hear you. Okay, got it. Ready? Yep. Dipped into the river Styx as an infant, which son of Venus is the namesake of the sinew on the back of the lower leg? That's Dulciana. Achilles is it. The iliac furrow that runs between the abs and the thigh is often called which Greek god's belt, twin to Artemis?
Apollo.
Yes. And the larynx and vocal cords are protected by what structure whose name references an Old Testament character?
Adam.
More information.
Adam's apple.
That's it. Okay, you're picking, Dulciana.
The cover of the knife.
What type of small kitchen knife is named for its use cutting away undesirable parts of fruit and vegetables? Kaylin? Time, sorry,
Paring
Dulciana.
knife.
Paring knife is it. In art, death is depicted holding what long-handled curved-bladed implement used to harvest fields of grain?
Scythe.
That's right. And the hammer and what short-handled curved blade implement were the symbols of the Soviet Union?
Sickle.
Both are correct. 20 points. In your
That's like
pick.
in
Okay. Several saltwater clams are named for their resemblance to the old-school straight type of what especially sharp instrument? Kaylin? No? You want to try it, Dulciana? And it's a razor clam. Go ahead, still you.
anatomical namesake.
A tubercle or thickening on the external ear is named for which naturalist whose namesake finches live in the Galapagos Islands? Dulciana?
Darwin.
Darwin is the guy. The islets of Langerhans, named for a German pathologist, produce what two primary hormones for blood sugar regulation? Two answers, please.
Adrenaline and
insulin, and glucagon. No points there, but you're still picking. I'm sorry, part two. Named for a German doctor, the loop of Henle conducts urine through the nephrons of blood filtering organs.
Kidneys,
You did get 10 points then.
anatomical namesakes.
One of the founders of the science of human anatomy is the namesake of what tube that connects the inner ear to the esophagus? Galen? Time, sorry.
Grace tube.
It's the eustachian tubes.
That's like a knife.
A 2010 Danny Trejo film and its sequel were named after what long-bladed knife, a common farm tool in Latin America? Dulciana?
Machete.
Machete is it. In the English-speaking Caribbean, machetes are often known by what sea terms that names a type of naval sword?
Cabaret.
That's cutlass. Cutlasses were essential for what 17th century bee sailors and pirates based in Roatan, Tortuga, and other islands?
Barter.
Buccaneers.
Lady legislators.
Succeeding Barbara Boxer, which senator resigned after 4 years to take on a new role as VP? Dulciana?
Kamala Harris.
That's it. Two answers representing constituents from the upper Midwest. Which politicians were the first two Muslim women in Congress?
Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar.
That's both are correct. Omar and Tlaib were founders of the squad of left-wing reps, along with which New York rep and which Massachusetts rep? Two answers, please.
AOC and
Lori Bush.
AOC is correct. Ayanna Pressley was the other. You got 15 points here.
Lady legislators.
Who had served in Arizona's state senate before she was sworn in as the first female member of the Supreme Court? Dulciana?
Barbara.
No, you want to try Galen? That was Sandra Day O'Connor. Okay, we're through the first round. Spelman is throwing a shutout, 110 to 0.
sorry. Thank you.
Okay, we got Haley up for Spellman. We got Queen up for Edward Waters. And Queen, you're going to be picking from Calling Out Colonies, Are We Related, Florida on Film, and Mulling Over Magazines.
We do Are We Related?
We can do that. Each summer, Chick-fil-A features milkshakes made from what fruit? Basically, a fuzzy nectarine. Queen?
Peach.
That's it. What amphibian-related term is informally used for inedible and poisonous mushrooms?
Toad.
More information. Toadstool is right. What animated character created by Shingaro Miyamoto and introduced in 1981 was developed as Jumpman and Mr. Video?
Pac-Man.
That was Super Mario. You got 10 points there.
Are We Related?
The assassination of MLK and Abe Lincoln both occurred in what month in T.S. Eliot's that T.S. Eliot called the cruelest? Haley? April is the cruelest month. Blacklist and Double Agent are releases in what Tom Clancy branded video game series Blank Cell?
Jail.
That's Splinter Cell.
Okay.
Highly collectible today, the first issue featuring what Eastman and Laird comic book quartet was released in 1984.
Oh.
X-Men.
X-Men?
Teenage Turtles.
Okay. Mulling Over magazines.
Since 1995, what lifestyle magazine catering to black women has sponsored an annual festival in New Orleans? Queen?
Home.
No.
Essence.
Essence is it. Gordon Parks, Man Ray, Andre Leon Talley, famous for photographic essays. Who was the first editorial director of Essence?
Gordon Parks.
That's right. Life, Rolling Stone, Vanity Fair. Which magazine published Gordon Parks' famed 1956 photo essay on Jim Crow?
Life.
Life magazine is it?
Mulling Over magazines.
An iconic 1985 cover of what monthly magazine featured Stephen Curry's photo of an unnamed Afghan girl? Haley?
Time.
That's not right. You want to try Queen?
Life.
It was National Geographic. Still your pick, Haley.
Okay, Mulling Over magazines.
When it debuted in 1951, what John H. Johnson publication had the tagline, "The Weekly Negro News Magazine"? Queen? Time?
Jet.
Jet is it, Haley. Hannah Arendt coined the phrase "the banality of evil" after reporting on which Nazi war criminal's 1961 trial for the New Yorker magazine? Answer please.
Say it.
Mengele.
It was Eichmann, Adolf Eichmann.
Okay.
What romantic film drama starring Heath Ledger and Jake Gyllenhaal got its start as a New York short story in the New Yorker?
Brokeback Mountain.
That's it for 10.
Florida on film.
Despite the film's name, Miami detectives Mike Lowry and Marcus Burnett are actually the good guys in what 1995 movie? Haley?
Bad Boys.
That's it. Paul Walker's Brian O'Connor has taken up street racing in Miami in what speedy sequel?
Fast and Furious. Tokyo Drift.
Nope, that's Too Fast, Too Furious.
Okay.
A pet detective sets out to find the abducted Miami Dolphins mascot in what Jim Carrey comic?
Ace Ventura.
That's it for 10 points.
Florida on film.
Actual survivors of the massacre consulted on what film titled for the mostly black Florida town that saw a 1923 race riot? Queen?
Selma.
Nope.
Rosewood.
Rosewood is it. Rosewood was directed by which first African American nominated for a Best Director Oscar?
Spike Lee.
No, that was John Singleton.
Oh, okay.
And Rosewood starred which actor known for playing Luther Stickle in the Mission Impossible film?
Bang Rains.
Bing Raines is in for 10 points. We're at the end of the second period. Fellow leads 210 to 20. And Jessica and Kenyon move to the center. Kenyon, you're trailing. You're picking from 20th century literature, celestial thinking, global fashion, and lots of long ones.
Celestial speaking.
Here we go. A super bright supernova seen in 1604 is named for which German, more famous today for his 3 laws of planetary motion? Jessica? Nope. You want to try, Kenya? That's Kepler. Kepler, yeah, he's still your pick.
Celestial speaking.
In 2026, space probe Bepi Colombo gets a closer look at Dali, Vega, and Disney, craters on what planet 36 million miles from the sun? Jessica?
Mars.
No. Kenya?
Mercury.
Mercury is it. 10 points. Which African American author of All God's Children Need Traveling Shoes is honored with a crater on Mercury? That's Maya Angelou. Beethoven has a crater on Mercury, as does which 50s rock and roll pioneer behind Roller Beethoven and Maybelline?
James.
Chuck Berry. Yeah, still your pick.
Celestially speaking.
If a star's name begins with PSR, then it is what type of star? Jessica?
Pressurized.
No. Kenya?
Super.
That's a pulsar. Pick something else.
Lots of loan words.
Geographic words like arroyo and mesa came to English from what language spoken by early colonists of the Southwest? Jessica?
Mexico.
No. Spanish is it? Yep. Spanish for little gnat gave English the name of what buzzing malaria spreader?
Mosquito. Mosquito.
That's it. And what relative of the caiman gets its name from the Spanish for lizard?
Gecko.
Alligator. You got 10 points. And oh, I'm sorry, 23. The fact that it means call in Spanish is a coincidence. What camelid's name is from Quechua?
No.
Is it?
Lots of loan words.
From Cologne to Cleveland, what German name for a preschool translates to children's garden? Jessica? Say it.
Kindergarten.
Yes. Literally time ghost. What German loanword means the spirit of the age in English?
Zeitgeist.
Yes. And add the German for noisy or rattle to the word for ghost to get what English word for a pesky spirit?
Poltergeist.
You got both of those.
Awesome long words, please. Long words, please.
What T synonym for magnate or industrialist began as a Japanese loanword? Kenya? Say it again?
Tofu.
No, tycoons.
Okay. A global fashion.
Many HBCU seniors incorporate what traditional Ghanaian textile into their graduation stoles? Jessica?
Kente.
Yes. Based on garments worn during the Joseon dynasty, hanboks are the traditional clothing of what Asian peninsula?
Korean. South Korea.
Korea, so that would take that, yes.
Okay.
The dastar is the traditional turban worn by men of what religion based on the teachings of Guru Nanak?
Oh yes. See.
Sikh is it?
Global fashion, please.
Well, a hijab can be any head covering worn by a Muslim woman. What B type of hijab fully covers the body and face? Jessica?
Burqa.
Burqa. What brimless, tasseled red hat mega is named from the Moroccan city where its crimson color originated?
Yeah, Fez. Fez.
Yes. Malamute moccasin mutlak, traditionally made of caribou or seal skin, which soft boots are a traditional footwear in the Arctic. It is a mutlak. You got the first one for 10 points. And at the end of 3 periods, Spellman leads 290 to 50. Okay, Edward Waters, your challenge is great, but you are up to it. These are going to be 50 points per word, per answer. So let's get it going. Either from Essential Economics, Avengers Assemble, Once in a Lifetime, and Monuments by State.
Avengers.
Avengers it is. You've got 60 seconds on the clock. Of the 16 members of the MCU's Avengers, which one is called First Avenger?
Captain America.
Yes. Becomes a human Kree hybrid.
Pass.
It has crew name Dave and Louie.
Star Lord.
No. Is also the vigilante Ronin.
Pass.
Was played by Don Cheadle.
War Machine.
Yes. Marries Pepper Potts.
Iron Man. Tony Stark.
Received training in the Red Room.
Black Widow.
Yes. Is a Vincezoid.
The Vision.
Yes. First partnered with Groot.
Rocket.
Yes. This is Loki with puny
Thor.
god.
Thor.
No. Becomes a human Kree hybrid.
Pass.
Has crew name David Louise.
Pass.
Is also the vigilante Ronin.
Pass.
Marries Pepper Potts.
Tony Stark.
Yes. You got 6 of the 10. Becomes a human Kree hybrid was Captain Marvel. Has a crew named Dave and Luis is Ant-Man. Is also the vigilante Ronin is Hawkeye. And just as Loki with puny god is the Hulk. So, Edward Waters does take the lead. Spellman, you got a little bit of work to do. Picking from Essential Economics, Once in a Lifetime, Monuments by State.
Once in a lifetime.
Okay, 60 seconds on the clock. Using some of the letters in a lifetime just once, what word can be spelled to define a shelfable
Phantom.
fireplace? Yes. The glowing part of a light bulb?
Filament.
Yes. A greenish blue?
Teal.
Yes. A resident played by Alan Tudyk?
Alien.
Yes. A fork sprawl?
Time.
Yes. Japanese hand-drawn video?
Rain.
Yes. An ornamental knob atop a post?
Pass.
A minor physical disorder?
Yeoman.
Yes. Widespread
Famine.
scarcity of food?
Famine.
Yes. Someone confined to prison?
Wait.
No. An ornamental knob atop a post? Someone confined to prison?
Inmate.
Yes. An ornamental knob atop a post?
Ornament.
No.
A tiff.
No.
Type. Mental.
No.
Black. No.
No.
Tiff.
No.
Tiny.
An ornamental knob atop the post is a finial. It's not part of our common language. So close. So, Final score, Spelman 740, Edward Waters 350. Thank you, team.